Hello stock stalkers, welcome back. Of course, markets are bleeding. Obviously, this is due to the Middle East crisis. I hope this comes to an end so that market can be relieved and it can start its uptrend. Let's start with DFM market index, that is Dubai Financial Market. I'm on the daily chart. If you remember my last video, I had mentioned this is a pause candle. I'm not confident with this candle, that too right into the resistance zone, which should potentially act as a support. But the candle was not very decisive. We saw buying and selling pressure in the same candle, meaning this is a dodgy candle. Both buyers and sellers were struggling for a trend. Very next day what happened? It opened flat, it tried to go up, got rejected, even the minor resistance could not be broken, and from here we are seeing selling pressure. Continuously for the last 3 days market has been printing red candles. Today during the day we saw some kind of recovery. I can say it's just a bounce, nothing bullish about it. If I go down to lower time frame, this is the 15 minutes chart, and here if I have to show you, right here we can see this is a small bounce. I should not call it recovery because still this is not yet bullish. This zone, that is 5226, is a minor support area. I think most likely the low of this candle that it made around 2 days back at 5180 area will be taken down most likely. Let's go back to the daily chart and see how the support and resistance are working, or where are our important zones, so that we can identify. See, previously right here this was the low that it made, 5180 points. Looking at this scenario, there are very high chances this low will be taken out, as I just mentioned. In case if this is taken out, then we have a stronger support area right here between this zone, that is 5064 and 5115 points. Hopefully, if at all things are positive, then I want to see a nice recovery from this zone. That is scenario number 1. Scenario number 2, if at all there is any positive news over the night, then be ready, it can reverse from this zone, as this is also a demand area. Right here this is minor demand area. We can see a solid green candle printed. If at all, as I just mentioned, things overturn and starts to be positive, this scenario will be called bullish, and from here most likely we can expect a recovery to the upside, whether it goes continuously up or it hits the resistance, comes down and then resumes its uptrend. So overall, as of now, yes, markets are a bit under pressure. We can see most of the stocks are red, but let me tell you, as the stocks are printing red candles on the daily basis, most of the stocks are down by 2%. They are just bottoming out or almost have bottomed out. So if you pick your stocks correctly, then definitely you will enter right at the bottom and you may ride the trend to the upside. ADX market index on the other hand has printed a red candle, no doubt, but look at this bounce right into the important area of support, that is 9404 points. Previously, if you remember, I had mentioned right here into this zone we saw a bounce from the support area, that is 9563 points. Nothing bullish about this as well. Right from this candle itself, I had mentioned there are chances we may see it can even go below this zone, the way I just explained in case of DFM market index. So the low of this candle is already taken, and now it is at a good strong demand area between 9352 and 9404 points. If at all it has to reverse from here, this is a very good place. Then we have resistance at 9563 points. Otherwise, if at all market wants to continue down, then we have next strong support at 9352 and then 9245. This area will become the zone that market will watch out. This will be our important area where we will try to find a bullish candle to confirm a reversal. Looking at this price action, nothing positive, it's looking negative, more downside is expected. By the way, as of now, markets are totally news dependent. If at all there is any negative news, immediately we are seeing selling pressure in all the financial markets except gold and oil, obviously. By the way, today oil was climbing up, so this is also a sign of worry. The more oil goes up, the more stock markets will go down. They are quite related in an opposite way. If oil will climb down, then stock markets will gain confidence. It means that things are settling down. It will bring positivity in the market and stocks will start to climb up. Overall, to summarize, ADX market is also under pressure. Let's see how it closes tomorrow. It's Friday, last trading session of the week. Hopefully we see some positivity in the market, and then over the weekend we will watch the news to plan our actions in Monday's session. This is the daily chart of Presight. By the way, my apologies, I could not upload the videos for the last 2 to 3 days purely because in this market conditions my members need me more. I was focusing on my members. In case if you are interested to join, here is the YouTube membership QR code. You may scan and join. Link is also provided in the description. You will get my daily recommendations with entries and exit and with a proper planning. By the way, if you are not planned for this kind of market or any kind of market, then I would highly recommend stay away. Without proper planning, you will just burn your money. You will incur huge losses. It is always advisable to take losses, small losses, and try for bigger profit. There is no person on earth who does not take losses unless and until they are calculated. But if at all you are gambling, then be ready for big losses in such kind of markets. That's the reason I always recommend my members, if at all you are taking entries, always keep a tight stop loss, keep a planned stop loss. In case if the trade does not work in your favor, you should be exiting with a small stop loss, because from here when the price goes aggressively to the downside, now you will have bigger loss. You will be emotional, you will not be able to cut your losses. So it's always better to plan. Even before you take your positions, you should be knowing where is your entry, at what price you are taking the position, what is your quantity, where is your stop loss, and where is your target. So let's discuss Presight. Although the whole market was bleeding, in fact market has been bleeding for the last 4 to 5 days, but check this out, Presight has been performing very nicely. If you remember my last video, I had recommended Presight and it's still working wonders. Just in case if you have missed that video, do watch it. I will provide a link right at the top. New viewers who are watching it, we have anticipated this move already and our target is also hit today, that is 2.90. Right from this zone, I have been mentioning Presight is good. After looking at this bullish candle, it's very aggressive with good volumes. From here we saw a reversal. After hitting this area, that is 2.63, it made a double top chart pattern. It broke the support of 2.35 area. This is the support zone. It made a new low. But looking at this candle itself, I had mentioned buyers are aggressive. They want to push the price higher. We will see a trend continuation. And I had recommended members to take the positions accordingly. I made money, my members made money. I hope you took the positions as well and you printed some good money as well. Look at this scenario. Today's candle is nice, it's bullish, but this is the resistance area that I have identified in my earlier video itself. I offloaded my quantities right at 2.89. I didn't wait it to hit 2.90. Obviously it's resistance area, so I just put my limit order 1 cent below it at 2.89 and it got executed easily. No doubt candle is still bullish. I'm expecting more upside momentum. Let me tell you, if at all market starts to turn positive, this stock can trade above 3.20 very quickly, very fast. But my plan of action will be now to wait for a retracement for fresh entries. This is resistance area. If at all tomorrow we see a drop, then first support area is at 2.72 and then 2.63. The retracement will not be deeper most likely because we are seeing aggressive momentum to the upside. This is also a very aggressive move right from this zone, that is around 1.68. We saw nice push to the upside, a small correction, and now it's making a new high. In fact, it has already made a new high. It broke 2.63. That was previous swing. So plan of action will be very simple. In case if you are still holding it, offload at least 80% of your quantities so that in case if it comes down aggressively, you can at least take some profits. Otherwise, with remaining 20%, you can take chance. If it continues going up, you know the target is 3.17. Obviously 3.00 is also a resistance zone. Most likely I would like to see it coming down, retesting any of this zone, and then move up aggressively to the upside. Reason is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 green candles back to back, that too huge green candles. If at all we see a small retracement tomorrow, that is Friday, which will be good. Most of the time in Friday's session, we do not see big volumes or big moves. Reason is we do not know what will happen over the weekend. Investors and traders, they like to book the profits and come out so that they can plan freshly in Monday's session. So as I just mentioned, if at all there is any retracement, this should not be considered as bearish. In fact, it would be bullish, because many of the retail investors and traders who missed this strong rally to the upside are now waiting for a pullback so that they can join this wagon. So the moment price starts to come down, immediately fresh buyers will join in, which will lift the demand and price will again try to go up. Overall, pre-sight is extremely bullish. If at all you are planning to buy right at the top into the resistance, then the quantity should be very small, because if at all it hits the resistance, there are chances it may come down aggressively, or it can even go about 2.90, around 2.95, come down aggressively, because this area is danger zone. All 5 red candles back to back, anytime it can come down for profit booking. I hope you liked this video. If it was helpful, then do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more updates. Thanks for watching. Keep stocking.